Hi guys, my name is Sana Kofi. Welcome once again to my channel. I'm seeing this issue trending on social media, so I just decided to ask some few questions and then also add my bit. Okay, so during the weekend, we experienced a program. I would say in the history of this country, we've not experienced this type of production before, right? The Global Citizen Festival. Okay, it was massive, and a lot of Ghanaians enjoyed it. The production, it was smooth. The streaming was smooth. The performances, oh Charlie, I mean the program was massive. Okay, a lot of Ghanaians on social media are praising the musicians who performed, especially Stonebwoy. I mean, the Ghanaian musicians, right? So we had 5 Ghanaian musicians performing. We had Stonebwoy, Jackie, Sako. They were the main Ghanaian musicians. But later, Stormzy came out with Yautag and then Shatta. So in total, we had 5 Ghanaian musicians. So a lot of Ghanaians are praising these musicians for their massive performances. They really did well. And some section of the media are also not happy, especially fans of Shatta Wale. They are not happy because they are asking questions that why is it that Shatta Wale wasn't present? And a lot of people are going on bashing the organizers, they are bashing Ghanaians, gatekeepers, and whatnot. But personally, I feel we are sort of not covering the issue as it's supposed to be covered, right? Because this is an issue now coming through, we need to cover it well so people understand what's going on. So I'll just be asking some few questions, as I said earlier on, and I'll also be adding my bit to it so as to get the full meaning or understanding of what actually happened. Now, in the first place, let me say this. For fans of Shatta Wale who are not happy, they didn't see Shatta Wale on stage, I understand them. I would also not be happy if I watched a show like that and my favorite musician was not on. I mean, especially in my country. And I know my favorite musician is, top 3. Okay, if we are mentioning top 3 musicians in this country, I know my favorite musician is Pat. It's a big person in this country. And you have a show like this, massive show like this, well-produced show like this, okay, international show, because it wasn't streaming only for Ghanaians. It was an international. A lot of people, I was watching on YouTube, and you could see from the comments or from the reaction from the comment box, you could see a lot of people outside the country were into it and they were enjoying the performances. So for me, if I was a big fan of Shatta Wale, obviously I would not be happy. But I feel before we go all out and bash, in quotes, the gatekeepers, bash the organizers of the show and whatnot, I think we should add we should hear from Shatta Wale himself, okay? And if we do hear from him, then we can go all out and be bashing these people. So in the first place, the question I would like to ask is, was Shatta Wale approached for this program? That's the first question I would like to ask. Or it was dead silent. No one approached Shatta Wale. Was he approached for the program? That's the first thing. Now, what I know about the program is that the program was organized for especially women empowerment and to create awareness against global warming. Okay, that is why, or personally, I know that is one of the reasons why they organized this show. I mean, this is like the 10th time. Okay, so they go all over the world, and this time, the 10th anniversary, they wanted to come to Ghana. Okay, so I know for these 2 things: 1, women empowerment, and 2, they talk about global warming. So that's the reason why they do this show or this program. In the first place, let's take the musicians who represented Ghana, the 3 main musicians. Stonebwoy. We all know Stonebwoy in Ghana. It's more like an ambassador against global warming, because he has a song out speaking against galamsey, against global warming and whatnot. Okay, aside that, we all know Stonebwoy also has a foundation, the Livingston Foundation, where he does a lot of programs. He trains people to, get skills, to be crafty, to be their own bosses. Recently, Stonebwoy has partnered with a former finance minister, Kwabena Dufour, and they went to build a school in some parts of the Volta region where there was no school. So at least for Stonebwoy, if a show like this is coming, it's not supposed to be rocket science. You know, someone like Stonebwoy will be on because he has aligned himself to to the mission and vision of the organizers of that program. I hope you're understanding. So the reason why they are organizing this program is because of global warming and women empowerment. And Stonebwoy has aligned himself, his brand, in that lane. And so obviously, if you know they come to Ghana and they will not pick anyone at all, you know for Stonebwoy, there's a possibility they will pick him. Let's go to Sarkodie. For Sarkodie too, Sarkodie's wife has a foundation where she empowers people, she empowers women. Obviously, it is Sarkodie's wife. So Sarkodie also has a hand in that. Okay? Aside that, personally, I feel Sarkodie has a song with Stonebwoy, right? And the title of the song is Strength of a Woman. And it's more like also empowers women. Okay? That song empowers women. And so for someone also like Sarkodie, you know, in a way, he has also aligned his brand to the mission and vision of the organizers of this program. And then the third person is Jackie. Jackie is a young musician. She also empowers young women, Ghanaian women or African women. And she goes on stage, she talks about that. She empowers people. She's an inspiration to the youth. Okay? So someone like that, it's or even with Jackie, you can say, well, they have Sarkodie, they have Stonebwoy, and so they wanted to add a lady, right, a Ghanaian lady, and they were like, okay, so who can we align to in terms of brand? And maybe they looked through and they saw that, oh, the active Ghanaian ladies were maybe Jackie, Wendy Shea, and how many active Ghanaian ladies do we have in the country today aside Jackie and Wendy Shea, and maybe Sinaso? And they decided to go with Jackie, right? Maybe because of the reach, they checked her numbers, her YouTube. Jackie has a lot of numbers, right? So they checked her numbers, her YouTube, and they said, let's add Jackie. I'm just saying, right? This might be the reason why. So personally, I feel this is a major reason why they chose these three people. Okay? Personally, that's what I feel. This is the major reason why they chose these three people. Yes, if you are talking about Shatta also empowers people, especially people on the youth. Okay, people on the streets. Shatta empowers people on the street. Okay, I don't know whether Shatta has a foundation. I don't know whether he runs a foundation or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, all right. So, as I was saying, did these people approach Shatta? What was the discussion? Because we've been here, and CAF. Was it Glow? I think Glow approached Shatta and Sarkodie. And Shatta requested for a higher amount of money. Sarkodie accepted the money they gave to him because Sarkodie felt, well, it is well within my reach. I feel this amount is good and I'll go. So Sarkodie performed and Shatta didn't because Shatta was requesting for a higher amount. So do we know whether these people approached Shatta? And probably maybe Shatta fee or the amount he was requesting for was too high, and they were like, okay, if it is high, maybe we should go somewhere, because this is not the first time this is happening. So do we know did they approach Shatta or they didn't? Because obviously this is not the first time Sarkodie and Stonebwoy are being built for a program while Shatta is not on. There are some programs Sarkodie and Shatta go, and then you don't get Stonebwoy. Now some programs is Shatta and Stonebwoy, you don't get Sarkodie. You don't always get these three big acts. These undoubtedly are top three musicians. So you don't get these three big acts on a program always. So for me, this is no news, okay? And then the next point I would like to raise is, for weeks Okay, I've been seeing the advert of this program on social media. I've been seeing Facebook ads. I've been seeing YouTube ads. Global Citizen. And I was even asking myself, hey, Global Citizen, what is happening? For weeks, I've been seeing the ad. I've been seeing Stonebwoy talk about it when Stonebwoy was doing his tour, his therapy tour outside the country. He was talking about it. Upcoming events. Global Citizen, what. Sarkodie was also talking about it for weeks. Why is it that the fans of Shatta Wale, we didn't come out to ask questions when we saw these people talking about it? Because me personally, I didn't even know these people. I didn't know the Global Citizen people. I've never watched any program they've done before. I personally didn't know them. But for weeks, I've been seeing their adverts on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever I go, I see their adverts. On Twitter, I see their adverts. They tell me they're about to do a program in Ghana. And so they have Sarkodie on, they have Stonebwoy on. I feel that as fans of Shatta Wale, if we started speaking back then, that, hey, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, months ago, when they were showing the people who will be performing on the program, if we started speaking back then, that, hey, why is it that Shatta Wale is not on? Shatta Wale is not on. Several weeks ago, they would have decided to put Shatta Wale on. But we were all silent. We were all silent. No one spoke. We saw it as normal. Okay? We were all silent and no one spoke. So is it after watching the program and we were like, oh, so the program was successful, that's why we feel, why is it that Shatta Wale wasn't on? Pretty much, if the program wasn't successful, I'm not sure we'll even be asking question. We'll even be asking this question in the first place. A lot of probably the Shatta Wale people, Shatta Wale fans, would even be laughing at Stonebwoy and Sarkodie that you people, the program flopped. You people, the program flopped. It can never be Shatta Wale. So is it that we are not happy because these people did well and we felt our favorite, who is Shatta Wale, was not on and he was supposed to be on? I feel that if this is what we really wanted, weeks ago, months ago, when they were telling us they were about to have this program in Ghana, I think even last year, somewhere last year, they started saying that they were about to have this program in Ghana. Okay? Months ago, they were telling us they were about to have this program in Ghana. I feel we should have we should have been voicing out back then. Listen, Sarkodie had an interview with Vlad TV, one of the biggest online platforms in America. Do you know how Sarkodie had that interview? It was because Sarkodie's fans called out Vlad TV and told Vlad TV to interview Sarkodie. And that's how Sarkodie got the interview with Vlad TV. So if we saw this ad, it was everywhere on social media several months ago that Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, Jackie were about to perform on Global Citizen Festival. And we knew we wanted Shatta Wale to perform on. We should have back then been voicing, hey, put Shatta on. And I'm sure these people would have decided to put Shatta on. I'm sure. Probably they don't even know Shatta Wale because these people are not Ghanaians. Yes. Let's say Shatta Wale was sidelined by I was watching a guy, a Shatta Wale fan, and he was complaining bitterly. Yes, let's say Shatta Wale was probably sidelined by some industry players. So that means the producers don't know who Shatta Wale is, right? Cool. If we were voicing back then and saying, when Stonebwoy and Sarkodie were saying weeks ago, months ago, they were talking about this program. If we were voicing back then and saying, hey, you people need Shatta Wale on this program, I'm sure they will get to hear Shatta Wale and they will put him on. So, listen, I think, I don't know, but Shatta Wale, currently, Shatta Wale isn't even in the country. As we are speaking now, is Shatta Wale in the country? Is he in the country? So probably Shatta Wale has bigger plans. He's going on tour outside the country, and so because of that, he doesn't want to perform on the program. Or what? Because if he's not in the country, how do you expect him to come on and perform? Maybe Shatta Wale, for all we know, we are sitting here complaining why they didn't put Shatta Wale on. Maybe they approached Shatta Wale, and Shatta Wale was like, oh no, this time around, because of the album I'm about to release, I'll be outside the country and I'll be connecting some dots because I want my album to go global. For all we know, it was Shatta Wale's own decision not to perform because he wanted to work on his album. on the distribution of his album and whatnot. For all we know, this might be a reason why. And then we are here blaming the organizers and saying this, saying that. Come on, Charlie. Come on. The show was nice. It was good. Okay, let's just embrace it and be calling for more shows like this, right? But next time when we hear a mega show like this is coming through, let us come out and tag these people if you feel